Well, hello. This little video is for all those of you who think it's time to put all of your Christmas decorations away. It's really not, at least not all of them. And here's why. This is now the culmination of the 12 days of Christmas, which began on December 25th and culminate on January the 6th. That is the 12 days of Christmas. Notice that I have a little tree here on my fireplace that has decorations for each of the 12 days of Christmas. I have hung one decoration there each day to help me think about the 12 days of Christmas and this little season before what is traditionally called Epiphany. Epiphany is on or about January the 6th. This year it's January the 5th, and that is traditionally the celebration of when the wise men came to visit. Now, before I jump ahead, let me show you my nativity scene. Many of my friends have multiple nativities set up around their house because they love to collect a variety of nativities, and that's a fun and wonderful thing to do. Let's look at the characters that are in my nativity scene. We have baby Jesus and Mary and Joseph. We have the angel. We have some animals. We have a variety of shepherds and townsfolk who have come to worship the baby Jesus because the shepherds went and told people on their way to visit what they were doing and what the angels had said to them. Now, what's missing from my nativity scene? Oh, it's the wise men. Now, why are they missing from the scene? Well, that's because the wise men have not arrived yet. And this is part of what Epiphany is about, is when the wise men arrived in Bethlehem to worship the baby Jesus. At the time that the wise men came, Jesus was probably a toddler. And so we're going to just shift some of the characters around. The shepherds have gone, certainly the angel's gone. The shepherds have gone back to their business, and they probably are still reveling in the things that they saw and heard and are telling the stories. My wise men have been on a journey for these long whiles, on their journey to come and see where the Messiah was born. They knew that they followed the star, and the star led them to Bethlehem. And so they now are able to come and enter into the scene. Probably Mary and Joseph and Jesus had moved into an apartment or some other dwelling where they were still staying in Bethlehem because the census would have taken a while to complete. The wise men, the Magi, came. They found Jesus, Mary and Joseph, and they worshiped him and gave him gifts. We think traditionally and historically that there were only three because there are only three gifts mentioned in Scripture: gold, frankincense, and myrrh. But that doesn't necessarily mean there were only three Magi who came. There could have been a host of Magi who came. We don't know. And that's okay. The important thing is that they came. They followed something that was mysterious to them, not totally knowing where it was going to take them. But it landed in Bethlehem. And of course, as the story progressed, they went back to visit King Herod, who told them to come and tell him when they found Jesus. And of course, they were warned by an angel not to go back and talk to Herod, and so they didn't. And they went on their journey back to their homeland. And we don't know what happened to them after that. Well, anyway, the season of Epiphany can last several weeks, and it goes until this year, goes until February 26th, which is Ash Wednesday. So this next season in the church calendar is called Epiphany, and it recounts Jesus growing up and his life and beginnings of his ministry. So now you know a little more of the story, and may you enjoy this season just as much as you've enjoyed your Christmas season.